Hey, welcome to another episode of Most Man. How y'all doing out there? I want everybody to like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. Need some comments, boys and girls. We are on Rumble. Come to Rumble. We're making waves over there. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia. JoinTheMen'sClub.com is the website. And if you want to contact us, the email is contact@jointhemensclub.com. This is a show about building better men, entrepreneurship, and today we've got Brandon Brooks back in the house and Big T. We're gonna go through several entrepreneurial topics and all that. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself on what you're bringing to the table. Then I'm gonna tell you what we're doing and how this combo, like we talked about earlier, how we can combo this thing together. So, everybody, Brandon Brooks.
Hey, everybody. Brandon Brooks, also known as the Godfather of Vending, Instagram and Facebook. And I specialize in the vending machine industry and micro market industry. Sorry to get squared up here.
Go this way.
Oh, wrong way here.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that logo. Join the Men's Club. Anyway, so I specialize in the vending industry and try to pioneer ways that vendors can get in the business and also get those older vendors out of the business. That's really what my whole days are spent, is trying to find new opportunity for new vendors get in the business and create their own destiny like I did. Just, you can skip a lot of the legwork if you just run through me. You can learn from me, and I'll teach you what I know to save you years and money. So
and headaches.
And I like doing it. And people say, Brandon, why would you ever do that? Why would you get all that information away? Big picture, man. Big picture. These customers that I set up and get going are customers for life. So not generally all of them come back, 6 months later and go, hey man, I want another opportunity. I want to grow. So here I am.
Yeah. So that's why I started this. And we've talked about it before. On joining the men's club, is that's of why I'm doing it. Why I came up with the idea is that I'm ready to make my money again. I made a lot of money and then I lost a lot of money. But here's the thing: I've already done I don't want to build an empire like I did before. I did it twice, and it will take years off your life. Running an operation that big. The second one was bigger than the first one, and I grew it faster because I knew the template, right? But I lost it all. I got hit by Hurricane Harvey, and with that, I've gone through that story several times of why I lost my company. Had to shut it down because I couldn't get any material. You can't make concrete with no sand and gravel, right? So I went from here to here and back here, but want to go here, but I want to do it in a way that there's so many people out there right now, and that's what we're going to get into, is we're developing a program within jointhemensclub.com. In the men's club, we are building programs, and I use you as an example all the time because we're about to roll out our app, our membership program, to access these programs. And they're programs designed to help people. They don't have to. It's a way to create semi-high side hustles. Yours would definitely be a side hustle. My real estate business and all that would be a side hustle. And other businesses that I know how to get into, service and several different types. But I use you as an example because it's the easiest every time. Okay, is that the men's club is about bringing and building better men, but entrepreneurship, people that want to get out of the corporate life and everything that's coming. Our borders wide open. They're taking all the jobs. Let them have them. I mean, let them have them. The construction's booming, and Texas is never slowing down again, man. Everybody is piling here. But the thing is that jobs that everybody's done forever, AI is going to take over a huge chunk of those. And what we're talking about with Brandon today is going to prove how AI has taken over certain areas of the market, and you've got to get ahead of this stuff, or you're going to be sitting there going, what in the hell am I going to do to make money? You know,
adapt or die.
Exactly. And here's the thing is that I've made a lot of money before. I'm doing just fine now because I planned my future. If something bad happened, that I would walk away from it with money. Right? And I did. So I've got a chance to do it over again. But I don't want anybody going through what I went through. When I finally finalized this idea, I was like, this is why people pull out a gun and put a bullet in their head. When you're this down and you have no future, no hope, you don't even have anybody to talk to about how to get started again. I knew I was going to make it through because I've been through hell in my life before. And that's what creates successful people is, you've been through something very, very traumatic before, and it's like, okay, this is nothing. I can make it through this, right? So we're about to we're about to have our own app to where people can get on, okay, join the men's club. They get on, they get to choose their membership, or they can just support the show because none of this is free, and we got to make money. But we got to produce a product or a service, and it's going to be cheap. It's not going to be expensive. I'm not looking to get a deep dive in everybody's pockets, but we got to create revenue around here. But we need to give something back for that, and that's what I use you as an example of all the time of people. Whether you're in corporate, whether you're in a cubicle, whether you're just in a shit job that you don't like, and you want to find a way out to where you can have a. Everybody's going to decide their own success level.
Hope.
Yeah.
Just give somebody hope.
Exactly.
Hope to get out
of
the shackles.
Yes, escape the matrix. This thing, they have built this system. And that's another thing, is that the secret's out that college ain't worth a shit anymore. I'm not saying don't go to college. We need doctors, lawyers, architects, engineers, all the stuff that requires higher education, but just a degree in marketing, we can teach you how to market. You're a marketing genius. I am too. I know how to market stuff. Tyler's a brilliant marketer. Okay. Tyler, did you go to school, marketing school?
Nope.
No. And he's miles ahead of most of these kids that are, not as we know he's miles ahead, but these kids coming out of college right now, go spend 150, 200 grand, and they can't get a job because now the companies are replacing them with AI. And if you don't have experience, what good can you do for them? Yeah. So I use you as an example of that, the vending world. I never even thought about it. That is a very, very, very large industry, and I'm going to let you explain it or whatever you're wanting to talk about. You have opened my eyes to it big time. And if I wasn't so busy with all this and trying to grow this, I'd be riding on your hip saying, hey, man, teach me the way. But right now I don't have time. I don't have that time. I put too much into this, and everything's starting to happen. You know what I mean? We decided to put our foot on the gas, and now things are happening. I mean, people like you, me, some of the other guys that are involved, we've got real traction now and momentum. And momentum's on our side now, and we got to take advantage of that. So I don't know how to introduce what you're doing. You know it better than me. So tell us what you got going, because I know about it, but I want him to tell y'all, because this guy's on to something big time, man. And it's
evolving daily. Situations are evolving daily where I'm trying to understand what the potential is here. So when people do contact me for a certain amount of work or whatever they need pulling off, I can fully have that executed so they can set them up for success. So yeah, the camera's
that TV's distracting, isn't it?
I see myself right there, but I'll look at the camera right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the vending machine industry is where I started. And vending machine industry is a great industry. It's everywhere. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. People make a lot of money in that industry. I made a lot of money in that industry. It's a great hard asset business. That's why I call it a hard asset. So some people invest in gold. Some people invest in silver. Some people invest in Bitcoin. I invested in vending machines, and a lot of people do because that asset produces you money. Now, the future of vending in our industry are the small little micro markets or big micro markets that you see going in these hotels, apartments, even a lot of businesses are going to these micro markets. Now, to go back to Mark's point, is AI. So these micro markets and the future of these are AI driven. AI driven as far as some of them can tell the items you select out of these open, unattended is the key word, unattended markets, and they can see what you grab off the shelf, and right there, they will charge your credit card. Amazon has places in the airport where you walk in, you slide your card to open the gate. You walk in the airport lounge, and whatever you pull off the shelf and you walk out, it charges your Amex or whatever card. I've been there. It's awesome. But that is where I've spent the past 2 years of my 100% focus on, because that is the future. And honestly, it's frankly a better business. Higher margins, higher returns, secure account, more efficient to work, to stock or whatever. Anybody can do it. Young, older, women, a lot of women coming to me. They're like, I don't really want to deal with motors and coin mechanisms and moving
you don't even have to be that smart.
It's not that smart. And you have all that data on the backside of this that you can see, okay, I need 5 of this, 6 of that, 10 of that, 12 of that, 12 of that. I mean, you just walk in and throw this stuff in your little store. It's kind of, you're setting up a store, mostly rent-free, by the way, utility-free, by the way, commission-free, by the way. Sometimes they'll even pay you to provide that service. So it's all upside. So that's what I'm focusing on, and it's been a tremendous success. I can't even put them in fast enough before people are wanting to buy them. So here recently, my partner and I, Gary, have had a re-strategize on how can we do this that's going to be a lower barrier of entry for entrepreneurs, side hustle, a lot of engineers that they're making some money. They're like, dude, I'm making good money. I got to diversify. I need something I can do 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week to keep my money rolling. Well, this is the perfect way. So we set up a system. Now we'll go in and I'll get the location, and Gary and I will get basically the store assembled and up and running, and then basically franchise that system out. But we provide a turnkey setup and consulting with a low barrier of entry franchise fee, and then a 7% kicker on sales. It's not that much because your margins are 7%. Is really nothing when your margins are so high and your expenses are so low. So the idea there was not only are we getting somebody going, now people can get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 and feasibly pull it off, and they can make another $200,000 a year doing something like that and let their money work for them. So that's been
with no employees,
unattended, no employees, no cash to deal with. None. It's all credit, goes into your bank on Fridays. You just got to either you do it or have someone do it. It could be you're buying this or set it up for your, 19-year-old kid, just something to get them out of the house and learning business or whatever it may be. A lot of times the dads end up doing it or the wife ends up doing it to, a side hustle for the family to provide.
Yeah.
And diversify their money. It's better than a 401k, my God. And also at the end of these things have value. These things have monetary value. You're building a business. So at the end,
they can be sold.
You make your money on the way out. Yeah, you make your money every week or 2 weeks, you get paid by the market, but you go sell that puppy. I mean,
and that's what you do is you broker all these. You have people coming to you all the time. I mean, you get on that however you want to get onto that, but
yeah, that's a whole nother side. So I own a website called buysellvending.com. That's my idea, my website, and buysellvending.com. And now through there, you can sell, basically give me the information and I will sell your existing route or location, or the complete business, or you can go through my website and I will help you locate a route or location for sale in your area. And that is a really good business for me because I enjoy it. I enjoy brokering deals. For one, it can be great for everybody. Two, I don't have to buy anything. And I like working with people, and I like seeing people get out, and I like seeing people get in. So I find that pretty enjoyable.
Get out great and get in safe.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm at the end of the day, I love sellers. But at the end of the day, the seller goes off with their money and the buyer becomes my customer. So it's imperative that I do my due diligence, because this person that I'm representing probably doesn't know what they're doing. And so I have to make sure everything's buttoned up and this new buyer is not going to get scammed, really.
Right.
So I try to protect the buyer way more than I love sellers, like I said, but the seller has no downside. I mean, they're selling.
Yeah.
So they're taking the money. So I just try to protect that. And generally speaking, that buyer will buy one and they'll call me a year later and go, I'm ready for another one.
Well, and this is why I bring you up all the time, is because I'm talking to all these private equity guys. Okay. Because think about it. Banks do not want to loan money on stuff like this. You can't go to a traditional bank and get money. Okay. You have to go to somebody that understands business, how money moves, how markets work, the whole residual side. So I've got private guys that, when I brought this to him, I said, look, I've got a guy in the men's club. Okay. So I'll use you and I'll use me. I've made just as much money in real estate, if not more, than I did in my concrete company. And I've had other service companies and all that. I'll get into all that later. But I'm saying I've made more in real estate than I did with my concrete company that was turning millions of dollars a year.
Wow.
Okay. And right now, I'm in a real estate deal right now that there's going to be a ton of money made in Texas in real estate in the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, it's just, we got to get these interest rates under control, and how fast here's the thing. Cheap land in Texas is no more.
What's cheap land in Texas?
I just paid $25,000 an acre out in the middle of nowhere.
Dang. It was $2,500 a few years ago, probably.
Yeah, it's probably 6,000-7,000. That was probably 2 years ago.
COVID.
No. California, New York, everybody moving here.
Bringing all that money here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're coming fast. Okay.
Well, the money won't go far up there.
It goes far here.
That's right.
And they're paying cash for this stuff, man. I went out there to go measure off where I'm going to. I'll tell you all that later. But so moment. Okay. I brought them your vending program on buying and selling routes, or setting up new routes or locations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whether it's yours, somebody else's. But here's what the meeting was about. Okay. And this is what the men's club is going to be all about, and what your membership gets you. Okay. Get you access to a guy like me and a guy like Brandon that I've already built these programs. Okay. I've built these programs where you come to me and you say, hey, Mark, join the men's club. Just joining the men's club just to be joining the men's club is fun. You don't have to be doing it just for business. We're not selling this thing just for business. Okay. It's life lessons too, man. We've been through some shit, and we know how to tell you when you're about to hit yourself with your finger with and that's the low level membership. But I'm talking, if you want to get into the entrepreneurial level, and it's still going to be cheap. Okay. But you come to me and say, Mark, I want to talk about this vending thing, man. I hate my job. Okay. I can't just quit my job, but I got to figure out a way, my exit strategy to leave my job. Okay. So, do you want to, and I'm just using real estate and vending as the two, just so we're not jumping into all sorts of other areas. Okay. I've got private equity guys lined up. Now, I'm not saying they're lined up right now. They're like, get this perfected. Like let's get some test programs out there. But they're all over. You can't go to a bank and say, hey, I want to get in the vending business.
Right.
I've never done it before. I'm trying to get out of my job. I want to get in the vending business.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't go to a bank and say, man, I heard people are out there buying and flipping property and renting houses and flipping, buying properties and fixing them up and flipping them. They're making good money. I want to learn how to do that. Can I borrow some money? And the bank's going to go, hell no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, these private equity guys, and they've got more money than a bank ever dreamed about having. Okay. Real estate, development, all of that. Okay. As long as they're in our program, okay, and we're overseeing the operation that's about to transpire. Say, let's take it simple. Vending route. You've got a vending route that makes, let's keep the number square, it makes $100,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
The guy or girl $100,000 a year, and it's selling for $150,000.
Mm-hmm.
They've already got guaranteed income. They will loan that money like that.
Oh, the private equity?
Yes. Mm. They'll hold the asset they'll hold on to the assets till the money's paid back. But they can get their money back in 2 or 3 years. Mm-hmm. Or if they want to stretch it out and pay interest, that's fine. But they understand the game. But all of a sudden they're sitting there going, okay, well, this is working. Why don't you go find another route that makes $400,000 or $500,000 a year? Yeah. Let's buy that.
Yeah.
Now, what you need to understand about this, okay, private equity, it's not always partnerships, but they're gonna make some of the money. You got to pay a little bit to play. It's a whole lot easier money to get as long as it makes sense. But they're not going to ride your back. They're not going to ride your neck as long as we're overseeing the operation. And like if we're the ones doing the deal and you're coaching and I'm coaching or I'm monitoring the real estate transactions and all that stuff, they have no problem with it because they know I know what I'm doing and they know you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. They'll even put money in there to pay you as a manager.
Wow.
You see them?
Yeah.
But it's got to be not guaranteed, but they don't want pipe dreams. They don't want, hey, I've got this. They want proven models that have been working for years. Mm-hmm. Okay. Real estate's never lost. I mean, it loses money, but that's the time to buy. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of people that lose money when the market goes down, but who do you think's buying at that time? Private equity.
Some people get scared. Some people get excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's like, yeah, let the bottom fall out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm one of those guys. But at the same time, like right now.
The bottom ain't falling.
No, it's not because Texas is too strong.
Yeah. It ain't going to fall, man. Everybody keeps waiting on it. I'm like, shit, it ain't going anywhere up.
Well, everybody's banking on 2024 is what they're doing. Just fucking get us there, man.
Can you imagine when he wins, what's going to happen the next day? That $25,000 piece of land.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm debating right now. There's another lot next to me, and they're like, dude, if you'll buy both, we'll discount it to this, and that's going to be worth. You're paying $150 for it right now, but in 2 years it's going to be worth $300. Better buy it. But here's the thing: I've already put too much into this to where I got to make
Yeah.
The billboard campaign ain't cheap.
No.
So we'll see. But I'm not worried about that because it's just 5 acres or 6. No, it's 7 acres.
What city?
Perrin.
Never heard of it.
Springtown. You know where Springtown is? Weatherford.
I do.
Okay. Azle 199. Go through Azle. Springtown's the next town. Then Jacksboro's the next town.
Wow. Okay.
Up 199.
Northwest or no?
Yeah, northwest.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's so.
I live on that side, Grapevine area. So
okay, so Springtown, Weatherford, it's like right in the middle.
Weatherford's beautiful, man.
Oh, Weatherford's blowing up.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, Weatherford's about to get all sorts of. Weatherford's getting a Costco. They're getting all. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's coming, man.
How far is Weatherford from Dallas? 1 hour?
Hour and a half.
That's a trip for some people.
It's going to be an hour from my house to here now. It'll be an hour.
You're moving or what?
Yeah, well, I'll be building in probably 3 weeks.
Cool. Wow.
I'm building it myself.
Pushing dirt or
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pouring the concrete, I'm sure.
Huh? I've got some guys that owe me some favors. I'm not pouring it. It's too big for one guy to pour.
Those slabs are pretty expensive.
Yeah, no, I'm just building like 1,200 square foot house. Nothing big.
You can live in it in 5 years and sell it.
Well, that or I'm going to give it to my son.
There you go.
I'm basically building a guest house and then
Build the main house later.
yeah, because I don't want to. I'm back level again where I need to be financially, and I'm not giving that money up.
Oh yeah, that's when it's gone the first time or second time, it's like, oh, I better be careful.
Well, that's why I started this. Okay,
Yeah.
This is.
Don't
now,
you wish you would have had this going into the downturn and whatever you went in through your life?
I've had this idea shelved for close to 10 to 15 years, man. But see, we didn't have social media back then when I came up with this idea.
Yeah.
It would have been us running around at bars and all. Because it first came back to just, down to getting your man kit, get your man card, get your balls back, 12-step recovery program on how to maintain, retain, right? That was the fun part. But it's morphed into so much more. And I'm a business guy, man. And I've got one more run left in me. One more. And this is one that, like what you do, this is the beauty of the vending business, the businesses that I'm getting into and I'm running and I'm going to continue to run. They're all residual-based businesses, residual money. Yeah. That's what you want to work hard for. You don't want to work hard for a salary.
You don't make money when you're asleep.
Yeah.
Really.
And the concrete company was a perfect example of that. I could wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we had already ran $200,000.
Jesus Almighty.
I mean, not 200,000. I shouldn't say that.
20,000.
20,000, but still.
But
you take all the money
by 9 o'clock. 50,000.
Yeah.
By 2 o'clock.
Well, no, we were shutting down then because they started at like midnight.
Oh, they poured all night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When it gets hot, that's what we do is we pour at night because there's no traffic.
Yeah.
No traffic. Temperatures are as cool as they're going to get.
That helps the concrete cure. Cool.
Yeah. Well, and the big thing is traffic and the heat. Because you got to maintain the temperature. Those engineers will throw it off. I
always wondered why a lot of companies aren't at night. Like a lot of construction companies, like cable bearing and stuff. I'm like, why don't y'all do this at night? Like, it seems to be much more efficient.
It would be. I don't know why. It's like even all this stupid road work that they do. Exactly. It's like, man, why wouldn't y'all not do this at night? Exactly. I mean, it's much more safer for your people too.
Exactly. Just because the CEO doesn't want to work those hours doesn't mean it's the right thing to do for business.
Well, but the thing is if you build it properly, and you put the right people in place, you don't have to be there.
Yeah, some of those CEOs are control freaks, man.
It's because they live in the corporate mindset, and that's most man moment. Okay, that's the reason why we built this. This is a way to where you don't have to go to college. You don't have to. We can show you how to make money. You don't have to worry about going and getting that 4-year degree to go get in the corporate world and get on the hamster wheel, and then try to climb the ladder then. Because you got some asshole at the top that's protecting his throne. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole corporate world.
Oh, yeah.
It's designed to keep you
down, man.
Keep you down or get you comfortable. One of the two. Get you comfortable with that if you just work hard, for 6-7 years, we'll get you to that six-figure mark. Well, 6 figures doesn't do shit for you anymore.
I don't even know what they pay you now in your 401k. I don't even think they match it anymore. There used to be a company match was a deal. I don't think they.
Well, I'll tell you, we used to have 401k at my place. Here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing about that is that everybody says they want all that. They want insurance. They want benefits, 401k. They want all that stuff until it's time to take money out of their check and put it in there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like,
real.
and then all of a sudden they're like, cancel this shit, man. This is coming out of my check.
My wife got her first paycheck yesterday, and I opened it up. She asked me to open it up. I opened it up. And I said, it was a $2,500 check, and they took $500 out.
In tax?
Yeah. Fed and Medicare. Medicare, and the other one, Social Security. I said, $500? You made $2,500, and they took $500.
That's
$473. I said, that's ridiculous. You need to go back there and change your dependents. But that was a lot.
That's 30%.
Dude. Yeah.
Let's do the math real quick. My math mind's not working as fast as I want it to. 2,500 times 30%. No, it's 25%.
But still, I mean, imagine you make
actually 22.5.
You make $1 million, and they take 220.
Oh no, at that you're paying close to 40%.
40.
Yeah, when you get in that tax bracket, it's 38%.
That's crazy.
38%.
You got most man moment here. You got to start a business just to save money on taxes. If you start a business or two, a side hustle, you can at least write that stuff off, all that stuff off, and you'll be able to discount and save the money on the taxes. You're either going to give it to the government or you're going to take a chance on something.
And put it in your pocket.
Take a chance on something, and see what you can do and write it off. If you should be able to write off the expense.
Yeah, no, at the end of the year, every year, say we had $1 million or $2 million taxable event about to happen.
Uh-huh.
I'd go to buy $1 or $2 million worth of trucks, get rid of the shit trucks that we didn't need, that were causing us problems.
Mm-hmm.
Save the tax, bought the equipment.
That made you a lot of money.
Yeah, and then
year after year.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing about Donald. Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump hadn't paid his taxes and blah 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 blah. That's because that's how every business does it.
Yeah.
Why do you think at the end of the year? Everybody's so hell-bent on getting shit closed by the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It's because they're taking all of their taxable income and they're putting it into whatever they need the next year or 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and it's been planned all year long.
People they called me all December about vending routes. They wanted to buy. They said, I got to spend this money. I got to spend money. I got to spend money.
December 31st or it's over.
I'm like, damn, man, I don't even have enough. And they're like, well, I'm willing to pay more. And I finally understand it now.
Yeah,
why they're trying to spend this money.
Yeah, well, what they'd rather give you the money, and then they're buying an asset. They're buying an asset.
Yeah, it's going to make them money. And
here's the thing. This is the most man moment. Okay, that's the beauty of the private equity.
Yeah.
Okay, is you don't use your money. You keep that money in your company. Let's say it's $100,000 a year route. You got $10,000 of income or $10,000 taxable event that you're about to pay the government. Okay. You go spend, you keep that $10,000 and you spend whatever it takes to eliminate that $10,000. You keep that $10,000 in your company. There's your cash flow for the next year.
Nice.
Okay. So you get to keep that money and you just bought more assets to where the next year that's going to be 20 or 30,000. Okay. The next year you buy $1 million worth of assets. The next year that's going to be $1 million taxable event. You get to keep that money in the company and expand and do things that the company needs. Does it need new vehicles? What does it need to operate? That's why people lease shit. That's why people every 5 years, they don't care if that truck's still running good. Mm-hmm. It's buy a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Because what it does is wipes out whatever's on the bottom line that needs to be wiped out. And you get to keep the bottom line.
Nice. So
that's the part of business that I can teach. It's there's a lot to it. It took me a long time to learn. But once I understood it, even though all this shit that's going on in the world and the world's been turned upside down on its head, yes, I get it. I'm frustrated. I'm scared. I'm not scared, but I'm frustrated and I'm pissed. Okay. But at the bottom line, it doesn't matter. They want everybody making money. Because if everybody's making money, that's more tax dollars for them. If you're throwing more money into the system, their ball just gets bigger.
Yeah.
They're not going to take that incentive away. You see, that's what Trump said in that debate. You've been up here for 30 years. If you think that's so bad, then why didn't you change it? Because that's right. All your friends, George Soros, all that they do the exact same thing. The government wants your money growing. Mm-hmm. Because, but you're most man moment, perfect. God dang, I didn't want to say the Lord's name, but perfect scenario of your wife. That is a lot of money. Taking it, what was that for, a week or 2 weeks?
That was a 2-week paycheck, and that's what she took it. She's so excited to get paid. She's like, oh, can you open up the check? I opened it up, and I was like, oh, my God. Like, it's the first thing I could see. I couldn't even see the amount it was. I'm like, look at the glaring deduction out of there.
Right, and how many people we got in this country?
Oh yeah, $500 times that many people, and that ain't much money. I mean, she took a smaller job to come back to Dallas.
Yeah,
but up in Colorado, they were taking more than $500.
Yeah. Could you imagine living in California? It's 50% just being a regular human being. They pay 50% in tax just being a regular human being.
But you get the beach and the mountains.
Yeah, but how the fuck do they afford to live there?
I mean, I don't know.
Do they have 60, 70, 80, 100-year notes on their house? I mean,
it's generational wealth. Probably passed down.
Not to everybody, man.
Not to everybody, but you imagine your house payment once a month, trying to stroke that check every month. It's got to be $8,000 a month.
Listen to this. My ex-wife, her aunt, we went there for a family reunion in San Diego. Her aunt lived in just a regular, probably 1,500 square foot house, just a rectangle, okay, with a roof. Okay, you walked in, just a brick home, 2-car garage or driveway, just what a regular house looks like around here, right?
Uh-huh.
And we walked in, it was damn near shag carpet. Okay, and this is back in 2004, 5. It's not even now. Okay, this is back then. So she's like, we walk in there, like, everybody's out on the back patio, there's more room out there. And so I'm walking through, we're talking damn near shag carpet, Formica countertops. I'm talking 80s shit, or even maybe late 70s. Walk out the door, and I almost fell into the backyard fence. She had about this much grass.
Damn. Not a zero.
She had a patio with a cover, and it's like you could mow the yard with a pair of scissors.
Like a 55 and up community, They all have any.
Do you know how much she sold that place for in 2013?
$700,000-800,000.
No, like 1.4 million or 5.
Jesus. It's probably $3 million now.
You call on a shack. You drive up and down the boulevard up by the ocean and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You call on a little bitty, probably 900 square foot house. $2-3 million.
God, but how do people afford it? I know
that's what I'm saying.
I know that.
Well, that's why they're coming here in droves.
Man,
do you know that we have opportunities of what we're talking about here? Yeah. Escaping the matrix. There's opportunities. Hand over fist right now for people in Texas. Okay, we have 3,500 people moving to North Texas a day.
Man, people got to start something, a service business at least. Start with service and then go into something.
That's another area that I'm the same. This home services businesses, man.
Clean pools if you have to. Clean pools, power wash, window washing.
No, power washing is the worst.
No,
yeah.
How about window washing? That's a pretty good one, isn't it?
People do it for cheap. We did that back in the day.
Wash windows?
Yeah. Okay. Commercial accounts are good, but I'm talking like
landscape, maybe.
Landscape, yard maintenance.
I wouldn't mind having a landscape company.
Handyman stuff. I mean, hanging TVs.
Yeah. Get on TaskRabbit or something. Get a lot of jobs through that.
Yeah. But I'm even when the market was just normal in DFW, if you're halfway clean cut and you're professional and you actually do good work, people will refer you over and over and over again.
Facebook groups. I mean,
yeah.
You can build. I know I have 2 Facebook groups. One is called Facebook Marketplace. I'm doing a plug. And I also have Vending in Texas. Vending in Texas people come to the Facebook group to see opportunity. And what should I do? What machine? Who can I trust? Same thing as Flower Mound Cares. Same thing as probably Grapevine Cares. Same thing as Weatherford community forums. I mean, people, that's where I go. When I need a plumber, I go there. If I need a camera installed or whatever, I go to my local Facebook group, type it in the search bar, and I go, oh, okay, and I'll call them. That's what I need. I need a plumber.
Yeah.
He'll have 5 recommendations for local neighbors or next door. Let's pick them out through that. So if you live in a community and you can do a service, it could be one of the best business I've seen lately is dog watching, like Rover. You know what Rover is?
Yeah. Well, my daughter, that's what she wants to open.
It's $45 a night, man, just to board a dog.
No, no, but my daughter went. You know how much money people spend on their pets?
Well, they can't afford kids, and they can't have kids because of COVID shot. That's another topic.
Yeah,
COVID shot and all the shit they gave us from that. But people have pets, so yeah, they're paying $45 a night.
Well, a pet spa. People take their pets to pet spas.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. COVID, CV.
Yeah, you can say COVID.
Pet spas.
Do you know, man? My daughter's dog got hit by a truck, and I had to take it in and go put it down. And man, it was like walking into a Vegas hotel casino. That's how I felt. I was like, man, I'm about to get raped in this place.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I'm coming out of here losing money. And they had the credit card readers on your chair. You didn't have to they go give you a quote, come back with some sob story, and they're playing it up to your wife or your daughter or whoever's dog's dying. It's like, you're really not going to give it a shot. We have a 50-50 shot here of saving this dog. And it's like, dude, I've got a 22 bullet that cost maybe 2 cents at home. This dog's dead. I already know it. They came in with a $9,000 bill to put this dog down.
And what'd you do?
Huh? No, it wasn't. No, it was $9,000 for all the stuff they wanted to do, but it was a 50-50 shot that she made it.
Yeah, and it's cheaper to put them down, right?
Yeah, I ended up paying what I could have paid somewhere else, probably $200 or $150. Tyler, how much did it cost you to put your dog down?
$500.
But he had in-home service.
Yeah, they came to my house to do it though. Cause where I took her to an ER, and the ER was trying to rape me too. I mean,
yeah, no, they're
trying to fill her up with all these meds, and then they were like, "We'll keep her overnight, and like if you want her for 2 days, it'll be $4,500." I was like, "Her kidneys are gone; they're done, right?" Yeah, no, complete kidney failure. I was like, "Okay." So I'm keeping her alive for 2 days for $4,500.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what they want to do. It's because it's giving the other person hope. Thank God that was his dog, and he's got a sound mind in his head.
Yeah,
but like just a regular minor emergency clinic for dogs, you go in there and euthanize them for $150, $200.
Yeah,
yeah, it cost me like $1,800 to put it down.
But yeah, no, I'm just saying that
because my daughter was like, oh my God, blah blah blah. But I'm telling you. They're sitting there, and your credit card reader's on your chair.
That's crazy.
Every single chair in the room. All you got to do, plug her in, baby.
Well, if you want a side hustle, watch dogs and cats, man. I mean, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Seriously, like this Rover app. If you just join Rover, it's amazing. I mean, we pay a lot, but we don't have kids, so the dogs are our kids, so we don't mind paying $95 for a weekend. That's a lot of money. Watch a dog. You just got to walk them twice a day and send them pictures. Let us know they're okay. That's all we ask.
Yeah. Oh, $95 for a weekend?
Yeah. Yeah, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday if you go out of town.
That's cheap.
But yeah, I mean, it's good money for somebody watching. I mean, multiply that. You got 2 or 3 dogs. That's pretty good money for a weekend.
That's $1,200 a month.
That's a side hustle.
That's a house payment.
Guess what you had to spend?
Nothing.
That's a legitimate side hustle. I mean, not legitimate, but that's a true side hustle.
Yeah.
Uber is, in my opinion, you work for Uber. I mean, that's a side hustle. But
man, they take more than half, don't they?
I see the payouts by the drivers when I'm going. I'll see them accept the payout of the previous ride. I'm like, you made $4 on that ride, $6 on that ride. Just over and over. I'm like, how do you make any money? $12 on a ride, like they're cut.
Well, that's because it's short runs.
But that is
like when I do Uber, if I'm going out or somewhere where I'm going to be drinking, because that truck has just got a swerve to it. It's got a little play in the steering wheel. So I just don't like drinking and driving anyway. But my Ubers are typically $60, $70, $80.
Damn.
But I'm going from Aledo to Fort Worth or Aledo to Arlington. So it's a pretty good clip, but those guys are making $30, $40, $50 on that ride.
How much time there and back, let's say?
Well, they're going there, so it's probably 30, 45 minutes.
I wouldn't be married without Uber, I don't think, because I was so scared to go out when I got single. I was like, I don't want to have a beer or two, and they pull you over because I see all the police at night pulling people over, and you don't want that proverbial question. Have you had anything to drink tonight? Oh, yeah, I had one a couple hours ago. Step out of the car, step over there.
Do you know what the average? I don't know what it is now, but back when I was young, so I got 2 DWIs when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I got one just because, first one, my friend freaked out at the railroad tracks because he saw a cop in the Diamond Shamrock, what used to be back then, a gas station.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he was about to turn. Well, the lights were just about to start coming on, and we could have gone. Like, legally, we could have gone, right? Because we were right there. I mean, if you just – he fucking locked his brakes up, dude. Fucking ass into that car straight up in the fucking air, and I'm, like, trying to stop, and I rear-ended my friend.
Damn.
Yeah, and the cop's sitting right there in the parking lot. Yeah. And then the second one, I'm coming home from the bar. I was fucked up this night. I was. But I was fucked up enough to where I can make it home. I mean, I know my limits. And I was the fourth guy that I'm the fourth person that he did this to. I'm driving. I lived out in Weatherford back then. And all of a sudden, I'm coming up over a hill in a turn. It's dark. It's right before 20 and 30 merge. Okay. As soon as I get up over the hill, he sees my headlights. He pulls out in front of me, and I fucking assholed him doing like 65 miles an hour.
Damn, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Dude, my hat was stuck in the windshield like this.
Damn.
Yeah, and I get out to help him.
The cop?
No. This is a guy. This is just a guy.
Okay.
He wanted to collect insurance money on my back. Okay, but I get out to go help him, like see if he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I get up to his car, he fucking takes off.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm driving Ace Ventura style with my head out the window because my window's all smashed. And I'm getting right to where, I don't know if you're familiar with Alito or Weatherford, but I was getting right into Alito. I was just about to coast off. To where I could pull off into this parking lot, and I was going to call my dad to come pick me up.
Yeah.
Because my motor blew.
Damn.
Right as I was exiting this yeah. And there was a cop right in the slow lane.
Golly,
and he fucking whipped in there and pulled me over for no headlights.
Damn.
My whole front end was smashed up.
He didn't feel bad your shit's messed up?
No, and I'm telling him the story, and he's like, yeah, it sounds like you were the one that ran. And I'm like, no. I tried to help the guy. But when he took off, it ripped my license plate off the fucking front of my truck, off the bumper, and sitting on the ground. So when they went to go do an investigation, my license plate was sitting right.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But do you know how much that DWI cost me?
Probably.
$15,000.
Oh, then you got to go through all the bureaucracy, your insurance and your SR22 and all that stuff.
Yeah, blow machine in your truck and all that stuff. Oh, DWIs are this, baby.
So, yeah, Uber, I was so panicked about going out, so I started doing Uber, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can actually go out now and have a couple of beers and enjoy myself and not worry about, hey, man, I can't have more than one or two. I can go have fun. I can just hop in an Uber and go on. This was many years ago when Uber started, and I just felt comfortable now. Now I could actually go out and feel comfortable, not worry about who's driving, who's going to drive, because it's a real fear, when you go out and you try to mingle in society at a bar, and you want to loosen up a little bit, and you can't.
Yeah.
Because you got to drive. So now I'm like, anyway, that allowed me to date.
Yeah.
Kind of get out in the scene again.
Yeah.
Having the option to just Uber home.
Yeah.
Not worry.
Well, no, it's just not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
It's $40. It's like, geez, Christ.
Well, what's bail cost?
Yeah. I mean, ain't no joke, right?
Yeah. So, anything else you want to hit on the entrepreneurial?
Well, no, talk about the vending world. Going back to the 24/7 markets, 24/7 spelt out markets, speltout.com is the website. Also started building my own machines, started building my own equipment at buysellvending.com. We actually build our own vending machines. So that's been pretty awesome. I always wanted to become a completely vertical vendor. When I say completely vertical, I mean building machines, my own machines, getting my own locations, servicing my locations, have staff for that, and then selling my own locations. So that's a way for me to become independent and not be dependent on anyone. Everybody left me. Tyler,
No, we're back.
You got anything? Any things I should bring up? Tyler's doing some social media stuff for me. Have anything that we talked about in the past I should touch on? I was just saying that I started building my own machines and having them shipped in. I have a shipment coming tomorrow, 22 of them from China. They're good machines, though. They're proven. I have half of them pre-sold. So that's been exciting because you can control your own destiny that way. So when you have your own equipment, like you don't have to call an order. Like I got some right here behind me, you know. So that's been cool. You got any, Tyler? You think
show the optics, show the behind the scenes, show the proof of what you do.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll be doing some more videos of I want to get more content of me actually going to get accounts and showing people how to land those accounts, because I really have no interest in I really have interest in showing people how to control your future in what I know, giving you my knowledge, because I feel like the more successful people are, it just helps me and my brand in the future. So I don't mind people getting super successful as I watch them, because you got to do all the work, not me.
Yep. No, so that's going to be on the app in the membership program that we're about to start, and
for a low fee, it's minuscule.
Well, there's tiers to it. You can pick whatever you want. You don't have to. You just want to pick to be a part of the men's club. Just be a part of the men's club.
A lot of people are doing this nowadays. They're making these clubs, and these super rich, wealthy guys are sticking together, and they have for a long time. But this is the way that at least us lemmings can stick together.
Here's the thing. I've done big things before, but here's the thing though. Once you start looking around, you're not that big.
Oh man,
you know what I mean? Like now, the money that's being made now compared to the money that was being made 10 years ago, man, it is two totally fucking different things. I mean, there's people out there making real money, and it's because there's this paradigm shift on how money's made.
Yeah,
it's not made how it used to be made. It's a totally different way of making money now. You can't just go grind and work your ass off. If you're not in the new. I remember me and my dad standing at the end of our shop drinking a beer. He said, and this is a guy that I used to think, man, you are so out of touch, it's not even funny. He said, man, he said, why aren't we doing something with the internet right now? And it was just starting.
Who said that?
My dad.
Wow.
And he was 60-something years old.
It's kind of like AI right now. Why don't we do something with AI?
Exactly.
Why don't we do something with crypto?
Well, all these guys that started 10 years ago, look at them now. I mean, they are making money. It's not even fathomable what these kids are making. Some of these kids.
Oh, I know. And they don't even act like they care about it.
No, it's all they know.
Well, it's like these newer generation, them making money is like playing RuneScape or World of Warcraft. Like it doesn't make them feel any better. They have $4 million. They're like, that's like gaming coins, and
it's normal to them. That's all they know.
Normal to them. They've played the game. They just happen to play the game in real currency.
Well, but they played the game when it didn't matter to people like us, and it mattered to them, right? And now
we call that a windfall, don't we?
Yeah. So, when they're 13 years old and your parents are going, man, get off that video game or get off that computer, get off all that. And they're sitting there going, man, you dumbass, you don't even know what I'm building right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I did it. I did it with my son. I didn't know what he was doing. I just thought he was playing a game, but I took him to the planetarium one day. I'm like, hey, I want to show you how amazing this planetarium is, the Ross Perot one in Dallas. You're not going to believe all this. I took him in there.
He knew everything.
He started explaining things to me. I'm like, how do you know this? He goes, I was raised on the internet. I know all this. Like, I thought you were playing World of Warcraft for years. He goes, oh, no. I mean, I play, but I listen and I study. Like, that's amazing. I'm coming here going, it's the first time I've ever heard of all these constellations and this and that and this and that and dark matter and this. Like, how do you know this? You're 22. Raised on the internet, Dad. He said, we're smarter than the teachers.
I know. My son, I had this conversation with O'Shea the other day. There's hope of this new generation, man. They don't want what their parents want. It's like, dude, we've already got this shit figured. Just get out of my way.
Yeah.
And just watch what's. I did the same thing to my dad.
They watch us work hard, and they're like, "What are you doing that for?"
Exactly.
Why are you swinging a hammer? Get somebody else to do that. Oh, how are you going to make money? How are you going to make money? Well, we'll put together a network of people swinging hammers. That's what we do on RoomScape.
Well, but here's the thing. That's a whole nother podcast right there of people in the labor market. What people make in the labor market today?
Yeah.
There's guys that used to make $8 an hour pouring concrete that are making $30, $35 an hour, or they won't work. Yeah. They won't show up.
And they'll leave for 36.
Yeah. No, they'll leave for 35, 25.
Brutal.
But
all right.
Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna put all of this together on the app and the membership program. What programs you can get involved in, and
accessibility. Accessibility to information.
To network.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So have we heard back from them on the app?
Not yet.
But we're within a couple weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, we're really close because we got our duns. So yeah, we're almost at the finish.
I haven't seen an email.
You haven't?
No.
Okay. Then, yeah. We're close to the finish line.
We need to get a hold of them tomorrow.
Okay. Find
out where it's at. So that is coming soon. That's going to make everything a lot easier on all of our merch, all of our memberships, all of our everything. So, but the tide is turning. So, all right. Well, so we're going to end it on that. Okay. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. We are on Rumble. Come to Rumble. We're making waves over there. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia, jointhemensclub.com is the website. Contact at jointhemensclub.com is the email address. You want to get with us. All right. Y'all have a good day.